Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hey, Johan, welcome. Hare Krishna. So we'll do a little japa here, and maybe we'll sing too, probably. Hey, Janaki, where are you now? Prescott? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, my Lord Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, my Lord Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Oh yeah, Krishna, Krishna, Radhe, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, Krishna. Ah, oh my Lord. Oh. This is the life, man. Be in Krishna and Krishna be in us. I love it, man. What a great program the Lord set up for the world. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Come in. Okay, I've got. Yeah, just a second. Right there. Me. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Sing a little song now. Gauranga Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Here's another. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This one. Oh, Hare Krishna. Oh, look who's here. Oh. All right. Here he is. Thomas. Hey, you missed the day. Where you been, man? You been in... We're watching. You miss a day, everybody notices. Hey, where you were seen? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Govinda, Krishna, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Oh yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, oh my Lord, Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my goodness. It just gets better. If the world only knew. Ah, ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Indeed, welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Yeah, you can go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay. What a life with Krishna, in Krishna, and Radhe. Radha Radha Govinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Radha Radha Govinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya. In the highest love of Radha. Oh Radhe, oh Radhe, 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 oh Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radha, 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 Govinda, Radha, Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Govinda. Oh, Krishna, Radhe, Govinda, Radhe, 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 Govinda. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Radhe Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hey, Bob, welcome, man. Hey. Ooh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Radhe, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. All right.
Thanks for using.
Why don't we meditate on Chaitanya Lila? Let's see what we got here. Hare Krishna. Or Bhagavatam. We haven't read Bhagavatam in a while. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. What do we got here? Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda. The Summum Bonum, Canto 10. Let's see here. Chapter 6, The Killing of the Demon Putana. Shukadev Goswami continued, My dear king, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Shukadev Goswami continued, My dear king, while Nanda Maharaj was on the way home, he considered that what Vasudeva had said could not be false or useless. There must have been some danger of disturbance in Gokul. As Nanda Maharaj thought about the danger for his beautiful son, Krishna, he was afraid, and he took shelter at the lotus feet of the Supreme Controller. Yeah. There must be some danger or disturbance in Gokul. As Nanda Maharaj thought about the danger for his beautiful son, Krishna, he was afraid and he took shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Controller. Now that's pretty interesting. He was afraid, but for himself? No, for Krishna. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Different use of fear. Everybody's afraid of losing their body, especially nowadays, right? Oh, the New World Order, I'm going to be a slave. Oh. And Nanda Maharaj, he was just afraid that there would be some danger to his son. See, it's a symptom of love. Isn't that amazing? So amazing. See, that fear is a blissful, ecstatic fear. This one is painful, very painful. While Nanda Maharaj was returning to Gokul, that same fierce Putana whom Kamsa had previously engaged to kill babies was wandering about in the towns, cities, and villages, doing her nefarious duty. So he's not engaged by Kamsa. See, this is the material energy. It's working ultimately under the direction of Lord. It's engaged to kill babies. So different ways to look at that. What kind of babies are baby bhaktas? Baby bhaktas. If you're not strong and mature in bhakti, Maya can come in and basically kill off your bhakti. I've seen it. Okay, so this is the idea again: spiritual master and association of real sadhus, real devotees, who's they're like big brother. See, their bhakti's a little more mature. They're fixed. The word fixed, right? Really helpful. See, the father and mother. What does the father and mother do? They protect the material bodies of babies, right? Well, who's going to, when you first start awakening, who's going to protect the spiritual body, the awakening spiritual body of baby Krishna in you, in me, and all that? The more mature devotees, right? That's big brother. Spiritual big brother, not material. That big brother it's just duplicitous. It's the Lord's material energy, and it never turns out right. All it does is cause suffering and misery and everything. That's why the Lord comes here. That's why the devotees are here. They know the way out. The way out is in. When I was in the New Age, I did a poem like that. The way out is in. The way out is in. And I was doing a New Age technique to do it. Never worked very well. Sort of worked, but not perfect. Okay? Now, just now, this is why I love this path, man. This path is so fantastic because I get instant revelations just by serving Prabhupada's order and being here with my friends. So nice and easy and fulfilling. The way out is in. See, the way out of this misery. See, everybody, the way into the misery is be into Big Brother, be into the Word. Remember today, we talked about this. In the beginning was the Word. This is the first chapter of John. See, I love scriptures. I'm going to keep repeating them just like Jesus did. If it was good enough for him, I'll also repeat. See? In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. And so people are in the Word. We have to be because we're jiva, means marginal. We can go this way or that way. You can be into the material energy or into the spiritual energy or a little bit of both, like some people here. Okay. So the way out is in. And so the way basically out of the spiritual world, you get into the spiritual, the material word, the word of those whose hearts are not purified. In the Bill Gates and the politicians and everything who have material motives. Pretty simple, isn't it? And the way out of that is be into the Word. Be into the Word of purified devotees. Devotees who are purified because Krishna is in them and you can see it. They can prove it. They're in Krishna and Krishna's in them. Can you see the signs? The book describes all the signs. Should be a no-brainer. After you come here, we'll teach you all these things. How to know the signs of somebody who got the awakened transcendental Lord is inside. Now that's brilliant, isn't it? Thank you, Lord, for that one. Look how many, can you imagine how many angles we get, Guru Tattva? We go from this way, up, down, and around. After a while, there's going to be no way out. Everybody's going to say, wow, that's a real no-brainer. Yeah, let me be into the spiritual energy. Sounds like a better deal, man. I can see it in your person. I can see you actually represent the spiritual potency. Man, you're having a good time. You're in Krishna's name and Radha's name, and I can see with my own eyes, they are in you. Now, that's the kind of association I would like. I thought it, even my disciples, many of them are like that already. Oh my God, let me kiss the ground, my good fortune. See? This is it, man. The simple thing like that. Be in the Lord, in the Lord's name. Oh, well, I chant and I chant, but it's still dry. People tell me, it's so dry, yeah, dry, yeah. Well, come over here, man. Associate with devotees who are wet. Their whistle, Krishna's name and Radha's name wet their whistle, man. You can see they are intoxicated. They are spiritually drunk. Hang out with them. This is a disciplic line in essence. They don't seem to teach that in Vaishnavism, do they? How come these big gurus with the big titles don't know these simple things? See? God has to be in you. See, I love this. I feel very privileged just to teach Prabhupada's books as they are, the essence of truth. So we can liberate, maybe, what would be a miracle? We can liberate some of these gurus. That would be a miracle. That would be more of a miracle than liberating some of their followers. They're easier. Guru is not surprised anymore how many angles here. Yeah. Yeah, if Gohar doesn't match the scripture, get rid of the dude, man. What do you need him for? It's wasting your time, idol worship. If you can't see the symptoms of that Krishna and Radha are in a devotee, which Lord Chaitanya showed, see, if that, which was happening 550 years ago, is not this here, well, you're not in the boat yet. You're still looking around. You're still, well, I think I'm going to change it. Krishna chanting 1 lakh a day. Those people will continue to chant 1 lakh a day, and our students, the little pom-pom girls, will get Krishna just simply because they're here and they appreciate these teachings and they praise the transcendental potency, because that's what's going on here. You don't think Krishna is pleased with people from their mouth and from their heart are praising what we're doing here? It's his word, man. I know. Guess who's here? The gopi has come. There she is, the gopi. Krishna's beloved is here. The one who can chant 1 mantra, and there they are, both of them. The one who laughs at her guru when she praises him. See, I get a bunch of, everybody jokes about me. It's my disciples, they all laugh at me. And River, too, she laughs at me when she says her pranams. Come on, where's the gravity in this? Is it making sense, Guru taught for their Karuna today? It's kind of I love the different angles Krishna does. It must be important, huh? Yeah. So while Nanda Maharaj was returning to Gokul, that same fierce Putana, whom Kamsa had previously engaged to kill babies. See? So this is very important. This way, when you have the real representative of Krishna, one who worships the Lord, like Bhagavad Gita 10:10, then you get all, if they're telling you, and not just throwing the rule book at you, because there's no room for their deeper word. Oh, there's no room for the deeper word, so Prabhupada and Bhakti says, oh, give them the rules. Oh yeah, be a sannyasi. You want that anyway. Yeah, but this is the deeper teaching, is how to get through the obstacle of Putana. Putana is an energy that is protecting Vrindavan. Just like in the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve lost that position. See, that history, that is esoteric, just like Vrindavan is very esoteric. See, flaming swords were keeping the book of life. The life The tree of life was being protected, see, by these flaming swords. That's Vrindavan. See, that's the true Lord. Flaming swords are protecting Vrindavan, and Putana is one of them. See? And you need a real something that can somebody who can neutralize that flaming sword with the truth. Otherwise, you can't. That sword cuts you down every time. Most of these gurus are under Putana. They can't get free. It's hypocrisy. It's saying I represent Vrindavan, but you don't. See, that's set up. They're all caught up in it. See? That's why I have to suck the life out of that. How do I do that? The truth will set them free. What did Lord Chaitanya do? Same thing. Devananda Pandit, you are caught up by Putana. You falsely represent Vrindavan. Truth. And Lord Chaitanya made him a pure devotee. Like, my goal is to take these guys down and give them life. And no, we have a big war going on here. This is my service to Prabhupada. He gave the go ahead. Take them down. Take down the illusion. You got to know who and what you are. You got to know your position in devotional service. You got to know you're a neophyte when you're a neophyte. Not I'm an exalted devotee when I'm a neophyte. That doesn't work. You want to know who's the mature devotee? They worship the Lord with ecstatic devotion, and tears pour out of their eyes. Those are the gurus. We're making those here. Can you see some around here? See how we destroy Putana obstacle. We don't destroy the gurus, we destroy the obstacle keeping them from being a real guru. That's my job, man. I'm a toilet cleaner. I got to deal with all these dangerous energies. Have you noticed? You better be empowered to be able to do that. That's why I'm just amazed, actually, that we're doing this kind of work. Really, Krishna, you're doing this? We're gonna remove all the obstacles of Vrindavan? He said, yeah, you watch me work. I am. I'm watching him work right now, just like you guys. Figure that out. I can't even figure it out. Who cares? I just spontaneous devotional service is so fantastic. You know, chant the holy name, and then you're in Krishna, he's in you, and that's actually transcendental business. I was thinking about this. Oh, I thought I was giving up business in this world, and now I got a new business deal with you. He's saying, well, you be in me and I'll be in you. Okay, I'll go with that. Is that okay with you? It must be okay with Lalita. She's like that. She's in Krishna, Krishna's in her. See? It's a deal. It's a business deal. It's transcendental. It's a great one. I was thinking, wow, that's great, man. Okay, Lord, I'll be in you because I like when you're in me. Doesn't that feel good when Krishna's in you there, Lalita? She's frozen. She's like a popsicle, frozen popsicle.
Am I still frozen?
You're still a little. You know what you can do is let me
I
put
go
you down. Yeah, go off and come back on. Just refresh.
Yeah.
Here she looks okay all the time.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
It's you.
Well, it's
You are.
better. Okay, it's working now. It's working now. Now you're green. See, I can see your if you before you were red. Yeah. That's better. Yeah. So yeah, Putana. So Putana is the false representative of Vrindavan. That's all. And it's natural. It's not like anybody. Vrindavan is the highest place. It's very rare to find anybody representing Vrindavan. So the devotees, the gurus, even the Vaishnavas, are doing what they can do. At least they're holding things together. I mean, somewhat. But ultimately, you need really clear truth, right? Isn't that something? Isn't it like, can you imagine when you have clear water to drink? Clean, clear, crystal clear water. See, that's Harikata. See, without Kalya in there. That's another one. See, Harikata with Kalya in there is, again, person caught up by Putana and Kalya's coming out energy. You can't help it unless you've realized, see, unless you worship Krishna with this very deep ecstatic devotion. Your heart will have some contamination. And then you're trying to preach about Vrindavan, but you're not experienced enough. You have to be experienced of your heart being purified by this bhakti, this devotion for a long time. See, and what happens? See, then these verses of the Bhagavatam start to ring true to you and to others when you teach them. Because only one lady was saying, like, well, anyway, the main thing is unless you hear. I just wanted to actually copy this thing I wrote. It was amazing. Actually, I'll get it later. Unless you worship the Lord with this loving ecstasy, your heart will not be purified to understand Krishna, really, as God, or understand God as God is. You can't know. So that's why Jesus said, blessed are the pure in heart, and they shall see God. Okay? So again, what does that mean? Who the hell knows? Nobody knows. Devotees know, I know, because I'm engaged in the process. Blessed are the pure in heart. The heart has to be purified. How? Only this bhakti does it. That's why you could be a Sudra, but if you worship in ecstasy, your heart's getting purified, and then God, God are these verses. God is this name. How do you know? Well, I'm in these verses. I'm in the name, and God, I feel him in me. That's it. That's simple truth. That was Jesus. He was in the Lord. He was in the scriptures, in the prayer to God, and God was in him. See, blessed are the pure in heart. He was purified. He knew God that way. It's the only way. That's bona fide spiritual master. If they're not like that, and you don't see the signs and symptoms, or they don't even see the signs and symptoms in themselves, then there's a little putana in there, a little kalya in there, in their talks. You can't help it. But any of you guys, you gurus, you sannyasis, you Brahmins, want that finished? You want a purified heart? You want this bhakti to awaken? You have to have the real empowered representative of Krishna. And listen good, well, like these guys, look at these devotees, like 4 years, getting scrubbed, but not just like some soft cloth with Brillo. You ever heard of Brillo? A lot of brills, scrapes off all the dirt. All that. See? Then the Lord sits on his throne. See, all these demons are the obstacles. And they have to be exorcised out of the devotees. You notice? You have to be empowered to do that. That's why the devotees mainly stay on the Vaidhi level. You notice their whole lives, they don't advance much. I mean, it's like once a Vaidhi, always a Vaidhi. You could see, I have my godbrothers in Vaishnavism, they're still more or less the same as they were when they started. They're still doing the rules and faith in the rules and the ceremonies and the flowers and all that. And is God in them? Well, maybe just a thimbleful or something. It could be more. See, but it's always by association. You got to hear these talks. Who's ever spoken? Does Acharya Dev ever speak about Putana like this? He can't, because that's in him. If I take the position as Acharya Dev, and I'm not saying this to put him down. I'm just here to finish it, man. Somehow or other, even if I get one of their disciples, that's one soul back into the kingdom, and he'll probably that follower of these gurus, if they're not of the standard, the gold standard we preach, will liberate their guru, because the guru will probably see, like, wow, man, even my disciples from going to the right place where God is really working, Krishna is really working with Radharani together in teamwork, which they got to do this. It's a team. And the parampara, then, wow, maybe I should do this too, because look how happy they look. Look how happy my disciple looks. See? So they need a little help. I just have it. It's being done here, man. I look at my disciple. Look at this. What Lalita, more bhakti than I got. It's amazing. I got to get her mercy now. But those feet on my head. Well, Johan, I need his mercy. He has dreams of Krishna. I don't get any of these things. These guys get more fun than I do. See? So I got to maybe steal a couple of their disciples, get them, dress them up nice, put the, get them cleaned up. So they present them before their gurus, then they'll start maybe thinking like, whoa, wow, look how he went to I thought that Gauri Das and that Lalita Ganga were totally nuts. But look how happy my disciples are being over there. That's where we're grooming, was it Shama Sundari there for her guru, get her really, up, and then he'll be impressed, and then we get a guru, and by hook or crook, we're gonna get this job done, right? Maybe we'll even get Karuna's guru. That would be amazing, huh? Got to clean him up good. He definitely need Brillo with that guy. That's why I got help over there. I got a secret agent, River. She's a secret agent. She's working on the inside plant. We're gonna get that guy, and we'll have his guru look at him. Wow, what a change! All right, let's see what else. Okay. Kill Babies was wandering about in the towns, cities, and villages, doing her nefarious duty. They're all over the place. These little Putinas, they called them the Antichrist. Remember, they talk about the Antichrist, the early Christians did. Now, they're all Antichrist. Yeah, that's basically the false representatives. That's one Antichrist. They're really against Christ, but they appear to be for Christ, or Krishna even. See? So how do we know what is an anti-Krishna or an antichrist? Well, we just happen to be transmitting the transcendental potency, and voila! How do you like it? How do you like this play, this show that's going on here in our new Vrindavan? We found an antichrist. You said you're Gurudev, but you're not against the Krishna, the real Krishna, just like Jarasandha was. You know Jarasandha? He was following rules, a very saintly king. It's like some of these kings, these Brahmins, and very, very saintly, followed all the rules, like some of these gurus and sannyasis, all the regulations. And gave charity, like a lot of these Brahmins and sannyasis and everything. But he had one fault. Only one. Krishna from Vrindavan, ecstatic Krishna, who we represent. Isn't it nice to represent ecstatic Krishna? Should we allow Radhe? She's missed a few classes, so I don't know if I should allow her. What the heck? I'm feeling merciful today. Look at that bright smile. Doesn't she look so beautiful? what happened? She looks so blissful, like a baby Krishna. Look at that, baby Radha. Look at those eyes. Can you see it? Look at those eyes. No, no, no. Yeah. So this is. I forgot what I was talking about. It was good though, whatever it was. Yeah.
Jarasandha.
Oh yeah, Jarasandha. Yeah. So see all these books, all these histories. People are. This is very fortunate for all of us to have these revelations about these histories, these stories. Because if you know the meaning behind the story, you name the demon. See, you name. That's what they say. When they found you could name the demon, they go. See, because now you're aware of the problem. Before it was running you all the time in the background. See, and here you name it. That's a Putana. That's this. That's that. See, and then you can chase them away, and they go forever. So that's the point of these books. But you have to be at a point where there's room for this preaching. Not everybody, a lot of people are in deep denial. It's very hard for them, to accept these things. Okay. Yeah. So, translation. My dear king, whenever people in any position perform their occupational duties of devotional service by chanting and hearing Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, there cannot be any danger from bad elements. See? And okay, this is our work here. See, our work is to get the devotees to the point where they're hearing, chanting, and remembering about Krishna in ecstasy. Then they just nullify the bad elements. So the incidental work here in our Sangha, which I haven't seen any Vaishnava be able to do, is to do the incidental activity. You know what that is? Expunge putanas. Get people where they're straight. Expunge the kalya, the speculation in your talking about Krishna or thinking about Krishna or following some path with all this speculation. Okay? So you expunge these things that are in the way to the point where you can hear and chant and remember in ecstasy. See? Then that's right. Isn't that amazing? What are we doing here? Our duties of what? Hearing, chanting, remembering. What happens? Oh, it nullifies all these problems, doesn't it? Is that conclusive? Does that make it clear? Can you imagine whoever even reveals any of this stuff? This is because it's revealed to me. I reveal it. That's good. That's the guru principle. But it's for Karuna's happiness. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with genuine, transcendental, loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding of their real knowledge. See, so that they can come back to me, but they're not happy just going back themselves, are they? If they're a real guru, they want to help bring a few back, put them in the bag, and dump them out there on, like treasure. You put it in a bag, and then you go to Vrindavan and you dump it on the bank of and then Krishna looks at it and says, "Oh, you brought me flowers. Yeah, these are our offering." What do you think we're doing here? I'm just offering prasad. Offering boga. You guys are the boga. Take these bogies and bogus persons, clean them up a little bit and throw them on the bank of the Yamuna so they can look at Krishna and be purified. Are you bringing these to me? It's really boga. There's a lot of bogus things you're bringing. It's okay. You can do it, man. I know you're a miracle man. Especially Radha, you both look at these things. Look at this boga and make it beautiful. And he does. You notice? He's looking at you, looking at him. See, and you're married. See, that's what they do in India. They put this little veil so you see the beloved and the beloved sees you, and nobody else can see you're looking at each other. That's what's happened here. But so many devotees, and more. I'm very greedy. I want lots of devotees coming. Must be my Lord's desire, because I don't have anything. What is this? Picture sometimes frozen. Aha, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll refresh too here. So, well, let's see. Oh, it's coming back. It'll come back sometime. Yeah. All right. So it's in and out. Okay. Anyway, there cannot be any danger from bad elements. And the beauty is not only bad elements. See, a bad element in this level of preaching is a good element, good and bad. They're obstacles. Because it's all coverings for the true soul. That's why you see the goody two-shoes like Lolita here, that had to come out. So she stopped being burnt out. The good, see, the good and the bad are the obstacles. See? But it's not, see, the thing is, you have to have the transcendental to be able to do that. That's why many Vaishnavas can't get over the piety thing. See, they still got to do pious deeds so they don't do negative deed, stuff like this. Here, all we got to do is the transcendental deed, right? What the verse says. This is 10th canto. We are practical, living 10th canto here, man. Because many of us can hear and chant and in ecstasy and nullify the bad and the good. Okay? This is Raghunath Das preaching. That's what he did. That's what he preached. He says, don't do piety or impiety. Do transcendental worship. But who can do that? You need some help, I would think, huh? Everybody, look at these verses again closely and see the depth that we're bringing out of these verses. It's actually marvelous and amazing. And the practicality of them. Okay, therefore there was no need for anxiety about Gokul while the Supreme Personality of Godhead was personally present. See? Yeah. See, personally present, they're hearing, chanting, remembering, nullifies everything. Whether you see Krishna with your physical eyes 5,000 years ago or now, in the new Vrindavan, were created by mantra, by the names and the pastimes and the qualities chanted in ecstasy and bliss and clear truth. Yeah, there's no need. You notice where's the anxiety for many of the devotees here? Yeah, what are you worried about? Anything? They might lock you up and this. Hey man, I'm free. Well, lock up. All you can do is lock up the body. Wouldn't it be nice to know what Jesus really meant when he said, don't fear those, see, fear those who can kill the body, but those who can kill the soul. That's the putanas. They kill babies, people with small bhakti. That's the kalyas. You listen to people who have poison in their fangs of their kata. Fear those people. See, people fault me. Oh, go, all I'm trying to do is protect the bhakti. I just feel like I want to make the whole world disciples. Is that so bad? Preach the whole world like Jesus did. Make them all our disciples. I don't want to be your son. Too bad, man. Preaching's going out. The vibration is going out. The truth is going out. The confidential meaning of these verses are going out, not holding back like these recent acharyas have done. No, got the order. No holding back. Manifest Vrindavan. Well, this is part of it, isn't it? The truth of Vrindavan, manifest. We might be 100 or two or 300 years ahead of our, but it doesn't matter. We're speeding up the process here. Okay, let's hear what Karuna says. I can now precise these purports. Hear them. Amazing. Okay. Um, reply to Radhe. Okay. And no anxiety. We playing. Exactly. Yeah, no anxiety. Why? We're free. So many devotees. You know when you're set free. When tears come to your eyes and you just are exhilarated hearing talks about Krishna and speaking about Krishna. Freedom! You're sovereign now. You're sovereign in God because He's in you, you're in Him. Look at some of these examples we have here in our Sangha. Amazing. Huh? Look at that river. See? The Lord, you could see in a face like that the Lord is in there and having a good time. She's in Him, He's in her. Him, her. Okay? Now, this is transgenderism in perfection. Amy says, I still can't believe my extremely good fortune of stumbling upon this topmost teaching and this amazing opportunity to attain knowledge and love of God. Where the heck did she come from? How could she say such things? Aren't they amazing? Like, talk about sincerity. Talk about realizing. I mean, that's uncommon, to say something. Not even these gurus could say anything like this. Who are you bringing to this Sangha here, Lord? Man, we got the choicest of the choice. Best class ever, huh? Oh, good. We're impressing Karuna. That's good. We got his attention. You've been working on him, River. You've been working overtime on that guy. Look at him. He's all here. He's listening. Really listening. Remember, you got to get him to listen to it. Now he's attentive. Yeah. You see, this is called spiritual variety. See, chanting the be in the name is so wonderful. And then you're in the verses too, because it's transcendental, 10th canto too, especially. The deepest understanding, removing the obstacle, all this stuff is nectar, man. Well, look who's here. Got another surprise. Welcome there,
I figured it out.
Janaki. Yeah. See, there's another lady. She's in Krishna, and Krishna's in her. I can tell. It's all in the face. Yeah, so Karuna says, yeah, the best. I've never heard anything. Well, you just missed a lot, Karuna. This has always been like this. We've been enjoying like this all the time. Now you're coming up to speed. It's always like this. Okay. Yeah. So therefore, there is no need for anxiety about Gokul, while the Supreme Personality of Godhead was personally present there. So Gokul, what are they saying? Gokul are the devotees. The Lord was personally present there. How do you know He was there? Say you didn't see Him. If you would just see the gopis talking about Krishna, or any of the devotees, they go, oh, Krishna. All of a sudden, He's automatically in them. Like here. See, we're also talking about, he's boom, like a bee in a flower. Truth, bliss, everything is there. Oh, freedom from anxiety. You get everything. When you get Krishna inside you, awaken, all of a sudden, oh, He's also thinking, why are you fearing anything? I'm here. What's there to fear? I'm here. and all that stuff. Oh, I give you protection, all protection. See? Krishna's like the biggest mafioso you can ever find. You know mafioso? It's American game. Mafia, he's a mafia leader, man. Big one, huge, the biggest mafioso. And he comes to all these living entities now and says, you want protection? You gotta pay for it. You ever see in New York these people come around? We're engaged by this big mafioso and say, hey, anybody out there? You want protection? Because if you don't, man, my Lord, my mafioso has an energy. He's going to come and shoot you down. He's going to shoot up your place and take all your belongings, everything, plunder everything. So you ready? You got to pay. You want to pay for protection. So it's always there's always a charge. So what is the charge in Kali Yuga with Lord Jesus? Just be in me. Learn from my real devotees who are in me and got the result as I'm in them and they have the symptoms. So that's your payment, man. Stay in sadhana, go to sadhu sangha, make friends with the devotees. If you don't, come with my material energy and mow you down. I mean, what can he do? He's coming. He comes. He's using us. We're like those persons going out on his behalf and saying, come on, man, come into the association of real devotees where you can see they have the signs and symptoms. They're not hypocrites. They've overcome Putana. They're straight with you, man. They're honest. They're real Vrindavan residents. That's all here. Come into this association. Otherwise, Maya's going to mow you down. The Putanas will be after you, the cart demons and all of these things, and the snakes, the two-legged snakes will come and swallow you up. Yeah, come here. We got Krishna here. Krishna is Vrindavan. Radha is Vrindavan. They're inside the devotees here. Many devotees awakened. Come associate with these devotees and Krishna will come in you. He'll be very pleased because you're paying the price for protection. This is good, isn't it, Janaki? Pretty amazing, huh? I'm amazed myself because you're paying the price for protection. Be in sadhu sangha. Stay in the circle of influence, man. Stay around real devotees, not the ones Putana still got these gurus by the neck. And to be honest and frank, still got them. Unless you can prove that Putana, if you can cry when you chant holy name and laugh like Lalita Ganga there, then we can assume clearly that Putana does not have you actually represent them. Does she represent them? Does anybody have any doubt that she doesn't represent Vrindavan?
None.
Zero. What about Radhanath? What about Jayapataka? Is there some doubt that they represent them? And a lot of people, now I'm just saying not to criticize, we we need to make distinctions for everybody's benefit because I have a big goal here. I want to take down all illusions. Shoot for the rhinoceros, like Prabhupada used to teach. This is a rhinoceros, man. This one's a big one, man. This is like 50 of them, 100. Big, heavy, weighty rhinoceros. We're going after big game, man. We got to have a big gun. I do. I have Prabhupada's books, man. Purport's books, Goswami books. We have a big gun. Huge. Yeah. Forgot my point, but oh well, it'll come back. Yeah. Okay, where was that? All right, let's look over here. Okay. Oh yeah, protection. Yeah. So anyway, this is sadhu sangha, and this is so rare. to find where those who are actually manifesting Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya told Nityananda and Advaita, manifest Vrindavan in this world. See, what does that mean? Manifest the worship of Vrindavan in this world. Otherwise, nobody will know it. Liberate everybody, show everybody, even the lowest people. Isn't that what we do? We show everybody. You could be a guru, sannyasi. Everybody gets the same thing, same show. Okay? But who wants to really enter? That's another thing. That's some come in. Yeah. All right. Okay. Next. So purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Shukadeva Goswami spoke this verse to mitigate the anxiety of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit was a devotee of Krishna, and therefore, when he understood that Putana was causing disturbances in Gokul, he was somewhat perturbed. Shukadeva Goswami therefore assured him that there was no danger in Gokul. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur has sung, everyone is thus advised to seek shelter in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and remain engaged in his own occupational duty. There is no loss in this. Yeah. And so that also needs to be explained. You want to make it really clear. A lot of people are engaged in chanting, and they may be doing their occupational duties. But do they get the protection? I mean, full protection. Because a lot of people, they won't maintain the chanting. There are a lot of Prabhupada decide they don't chant anymore. Does that Guru Bhagavan, does he chant anymore, you think? No. See, no, she knows. He used to go to her house. He's a guru. See, so a lot of people, I know I'm saying I'm really outrageous. That's okay. I'll take the heat. It's Krishna doing it anyway. He should take the heat, but he won't do it. He lets me take the heat. Rascal he is. If he has his way, I'll end up being crucified, man. Nailed to the cross. Haridas died for our sins. I ain't dying, man. I'm living the life, man. I'm living for happiness. What is it, dying for sins? What is this thing? This is my life. This was Jesus' life. They got it all wrong. This is a Jewish idea, that, well, if we don't kill Jesus and blood is not all over the place, we're not forgiven. No, it doesn't work that way. No, Jesus was preaching. And people who heard were getting purified by that vibration, especially those 11 who really listened and got really excited. And he said, ye shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. What do you think the truth was? The death and no, becoming excited about talks about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya said, those who are attracted and are attached to talks about Krishna, the result of that is unbelievable. The life in that, eternal life. Okay? This is clarification of all these things. I'm living this life. This is life, to chant and relish these names, because God is in you and gives you that ability. That's what you're going to get here. You're going to get the pearl of great price, the treasure, attachment, Radha. And then Krishna's, there he is, the pearl. He got the pearl. He likes to be on her neck. Is your neck her neck and her neck your neck? If not, the pearl won't be there. I didn't know that. Midday class today, too. There is no loss in this, and gain is tremendous. Yeah. Gain is tremendous, especially, and now when you get it clear, when you hear the details, see, you got a spiritual master that's taking what the spiritual master said before in disciplined line 50 years ago, which was quoted from another 50 years before. And does the Lord does he like decrease? No, my Lord is an increaser. Right? And he increases the understanding so people really get it. Yeah, you chant Hare Krishna with ecstatic devotees, man. You think the effect will be tremendous, even more tremendous. Yeah, mute your mic there, Tom, because you're typing. I hear that. No, it's not you. Somebody's typing. Okay, okay. All right. Oh, it's whatever it is. Okay, no problem. It's not that bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So there is no loss in this, and gain is tremendous. Even from a material point of view, everyone should take to chanting the Hare Krishna mantra to be saved from all kinds of danger. So doing these austerities and chanting and all that is leading up to this kind of sadhu sangha. Yeah, okay, I think Radha is right here. Oh, Janaki's not muted. Can you mute your thing there, Janaki?
No, I'm muted.
You're muted? Okay. Well, maybe anybody, whoever's typing is not muted. Okay. It doesn't matter. It's not that bad. I can tolerate it. It's okay. So this world is full of danger. Therefore, we should be encouraged to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So in our family, society, neighborhood, and nation, everything will be smooth and free from danger. And especially when you've overcome these obstacles and you really got the Vrindavan mood, ecstatic worship, you're not against it. See, because a lot of people, they're chanting Hare Krishna, but they're still on the Vaidhi thing, and Putin is still there. So your effect is going to be mitigated. It's going to be muted more. It's not going to be as juicy and as alive, as awesome as when you're around devotees where these obstacles get removed quickly. I mean, doesn't that make sense? I mean, I don't know why Vaishnavas don't understand this. I'm just trying to make it easy for them. Even for the, like Purushat, if he understood, he just doesn't understand clearly how this procedure works quickly. We're here to get the operation done, right? Finish it. So that everybody can become like the devotees were 550 years ago. I mean, that's the kind of devotees you're seeing here. That's why people can't believe it. Okay? Chant Hare Krishna in association of devotees like this, and we're probably one of the few sanghas like this. And if there are any more, they'll have these symptoms. Do you see them though? Anybody? Anywhere? Most I see it when this is expressed and shown, they're against it still. That's why we have better luck with people outside of this sangha who don't have that conditioning of this Vaidhi thing attachment. Oh, you're not doing what Prabhupada did. Well, we don't have to do these strict following rules because we're at this stage. We just hear and chant and remember, and the ecstatic devotion awakens and purifies everything, gives us protection, gives us happiness, gives every friggin' thing that anybody could want. Why do I have to backtrack? Why do I have to do something that's unnecessary? See, so that we have to, if people wrap their heads around what we're teaching here, they can make advancement, into this. And this teaching is good for the Christians too. The same thing. If a lot of Christians, they're not ecstatic yet, and they just following the rules and regulations in the Old and New Testaments. It's mixed in with their worship. And then they look at ecstatic Christians and they, oh, these are crazy, Kundalini, this or that. And they think it's bad, it's wrong. See, they don't know who they're worshiping. They don't know the real Jesus who's ecstatic. is intimate with God. This is why, we're even for the ecstatic, what we teaching here is good for everybody, literally, because even ecstatic Christians can get over this last thread of sectarianism they have. You think it's only Jesus that came here to this planet? Are you kidding? The Lord has been here quite a few times and always has the same symptoms that Jesus had, always the same kind of symptoms. The transcendental, the power, they polarize. They attract everybody either from an aversion or a loving mood. Just like here, but that's proof. You want to know if Radha and Krishna are here? Well, it's always the same attractive force. You see people usually either love what we're doing, or hate it, or indifferent. One of those three things, isn't it? If you're one of those persons, say like Amy's a good example, you just naturally see it's natural. It's your nature. Your nature. Oh wow, look at this. This is really wonderful. I like it. See, it's natural. But also we got the haters, and they're in Vaishnavism usually. So that's really the proof that the real transcendental Lord is here. Otherwise, you couldn't polarize. And then you really know, because when the haters come and you don't react, like, how dare, what's wrong? What I'm doing? Huh? How dare you, man? You ever see those people react when the haters come? It's like, well, God, God is protecting us, like the verse says. What's there to fear? What's the anxiety? God is here. Krishna's here. Everything's well. All is well. It could be for you out there too. Come fight with us a little bit more. I want to encourage Marcus, come. Too bad the guy, hey man, if you come here a few more times, you probably get purified. Yeah, throw more of those stupid statements and hate things out. Hate mail. I love hate mail. I think it's fantastic. I like what they used to call them hecklers in the Christian thing. You got to have some hecklers, man. If you don't, you can't do any good preaching. They're part of the show. Then isn't Bhagavatam? Hey man, Jarasandha was a heckler of the spiritual potency, a manifestation of Krishna. He was a strict Vaidhi. And he heckled Krishna. He was laughing at him. He was putting them down and criticizing. Did Krishna react? No. That's Jarasandha, man. It's Vaidhi. Okay. The world is full of danger. Therefore, we should be encouraged to chant Hare Krishna mantra so that in our family, society, neighborhood, nation, everything will be smooth and free from danger. Yeah, the mantra is very powerful. If you just like to chant it, that's good. It gives you protection. It's good if you like to chant it. That's why a lot of devotees, if your association isn't perfect, but you're around, but you like to chant, that's good. There are a lot of devotees, and it does nullify all unwanted things, or more unwanted things. Karuna wants to get the mercy. A power-hungry cult leader. Yeah, that's me. Okay, next verse. Once upon a time, Putana Rakshasi, or actually, let's get some other readers here. My voice is giving out. Who wants to read? Tom? You want to read? Okay. You know where we're at?
No, if you can give me the text number, I can put it on screen.
Text number 4.
Number 4. Okay. Yes. I offer my humble obeisances to Srila Garidas and pure devotees
That's okay.
headed
That's
by
good.
Shilagari Das. Yeah, I already did the other invocations. Once upon a time, once upon a time, Putana Rakshasi, who could move according to her desire and was wandering in outer space, coveted herself by mystic power into a very beautiful woman, and thus entered Gokula, the abode of Nanda
You
Maharaj.
know, a lot of demons are like that. They can move according to their desire, and it shows even though they don't have any special powers now, really, other than deception, lies, and cheating, right? But they can move because they got mullah. They can go here and there and anywhere. They have their own planes and all that. So according to their desire, they can move here and there. They can't do it mystically so much now. But because Krishna actually 5,000 years cut down those powerful demons. So now there's not that many powerful. So they're only empowered with the mullah, you know. And they have planes so they can move according to your desire that way. Like Bill Gates, he can go anywhere, because he's got a planes and all this. They're very hard to take out too because they also have big fortresses. Bill Gates, you can't get into his place. Very hard. Big fortress. Go ahead. See, this is practical for David here. That's how it shows up now to the 2021. Go ahead there, Tom.
Her hips were full, her breasts were large and firm, seeming to overburden her slim waist, and she was dressed very nicely, her hair adorned with a garland of malika flowers was scattered about her beautiful face. Her earrings were brilliant, and as she smiled very attractively, glancing upon everyone, her beauty drew the attention of all the inhabitants of Vraja.
Yeah, and this is how you can see Bhutanas everywhere in a sense in the form of man or woman. Because just like it's describing her breasts or beautiful form and everything. See, but it's a material form. See, and it's hiding the hypocrisy. Inside the heart is not clean. Whether you're a man or woman doesn't matter. It's about the heart. But externally, the way the Maya works, it gives you the illusion, oh, if I get this man or woman, yeah, my life's going to be perfect. Oh, it's going to be live happily ever after. So beautiful and all this stuff. But the heart is polluted. See, people can't see that. This is the external, always looking externally. Very, it also gets you, attracts your feeling, awakens your feelings, the lust, desire for a man or a woman. See, and you think, oh, this is going to be great. Oh, they're so beautiful. It's so perfect. She's going to treat me right, or he's going to treat me right. Usually, or really bad. You never know. It could be really bad. But this is how the Lord's illusory energy works. I mean, back then, she not only could change into any shape changer, shape shifter. There's still some of those around. But she could change her literary shape into this kind of change the physical body. I hear about this now, actually. They just talk about it. People know some of these beings can do stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Tom. Read some more.
Yeah. So her beauty drew the attention of all the inhabitants of Raj, especially the men. When the gopis saw her, they thought that the beautiful goddess of fortune, holding a lotus flower in her hand, had come to see her husband, Krishna. While searching for small children, While searching for small children, Putana, whose business was to kill them, entered the house of Nanda Maharaj unobstructed, having been sent by the superior potency of the Lord. Without asking anyone's permission, she entered Nanda Maharaj's room, where she saw the child sleeping in bed. His unlimited power, covered like a powerful fire, covered by ashes. His unlimited power covered like a powerful fire, covered by ashes. She could understand that this child was not ordinary, but was meant to kill all demons. Lord
Yeah.
Sri Krishna.
You know what? I think I'm. Well, you know what? Go ahead, read on. I'm not going to speak anymore much because I'm kind of tired. But go ahead and go on because people are
Okay,
enjoying
I read it as a nice story.
it.
Okay, I continue.
Yeah.
Lord Sri Krishna,
If
the
anybody else wants to say anything about it, they can. You just pop up.
okay. Text 8. Lord Sri Krishna, the all-pervading supersoul, lying on the bed, understood that Putana, a witch who was expert in killing small children, had come to kill him. Therefore, as if afraid of her, Krishna closed his eyes. So therefore, as if afraid for her, Krishna closed his eyes. Thus Putana took upon her lap him who was to be her own annihilation. So Putana took upon her lap him who was to be her own annihilation, just as an unintelligent person places a sleeping snake on his lap, thinking the snake to be a rope. Putana Rakshasi's heart was fierce and cruel, but she looked like a very affectionate mother. Thus she resembled a sharp sword in a soft sheath.
Chief.
sheath. Thus she resembled a sharp sword in a soft sheath. Although seeing her within the room, Yashoda and Rohini, overwhelmed by her beauty, did not stop her, but remained silent because she treated the child like a mother. On that very spot, the fiercely dangerous Rakshasi took Krishna on her lap and pushed her breast into his mouth. The nipple of her breast was smeared with a dangerous, immediately effective poison. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, becoming very angry at her, took hold of her breast, squeezed it very hard with both hands, and sucked out both the poison and her life. Unbearable, pressed in even vital point, unbearable, pressed in every vital point, the demon Putana began to cry.
You know, the problem with people having a hard time getting purified is they don't know their life is poison. See, this is the problem. They get life from poison. This is the thing. Krishna sucked out her life. He sucked out what was giving her life before, and he put in new life. So the Lord is doing that here, and this is what people don't know He's doing it kind of in another way. He's not. it's kind of an alchemy. He's giving you new life because you're in sadhu sangha. You're with devotees who chant the holy name in ecstasy. See, and so you feel that life going into you, and it's expunging the poison. See, that's that putana poison, the hypocrisies, the lies, and all these dangerous energies that keep people in prison. See, that's why, again, it behooves people to ultimately get the dear devotees of the Lord's association, because in that association, you'll get expunged of the poison. That means there's more taste and more room for this wonderful bhakti. And that, again, sadhu sangha is glorified again and again because of all it can do. See, you're encouraged. Just simply say, wow, this person's chanting the holy name in ecstasy. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I hope someday I can do that. Well, I assure you, you will. The more that's expunged, the more mercy you get, and the more expunge and more mercy and more expunge. There's no other practical way. That's why Jesus taught this method. Lord Chaitanya taught this method. It's always the same method when deliverance is here. Association. Yeah, you're delivered by that association, and that's why many Lord Jesus said the same thing. You are going to die in your sin if you don't accept my association. You know, he was an intimate associate of God, and the Pharisees said many of them died in their sin of the false ego. It automatically causes you to sin. Sin means to go against God. You know, if we're with God, and we get purified, but when we're against God, we don't, and people don't know what does it mean to be with or against God. Nobody knows these things that we talk about here. See, being against Satchidananda, that's the true Lord that's being revealed here that nobody knows. These big acharyas don't even know. Well, they're not really acharyas. Big sannyasis and Brahmin, they don't know Satchidananda. And if they don't know, they will take another birth. That means being destroyed. You know, one devotee quoted, said, I don't follow the God of the Bible because he said, Moses said, if you don't worship the true God, you will be destroyed. Well, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true, man. There are many Vaishnavas are going to be destroyed. They don't know who the true God is yet. That's the whole purpose of our preaching, is to convince them of what are the qualities of the true God. And that will be manifested as true devotees. And simultaneously, you'll get the real true devotees and you'll get the true God. This is the meaning of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda arose simultaneously on the horizon of Godhead. That's real guru, man. They're in the real line. When you hear them speak, Krishna is arising, the real form, conclusive truth of Krishna is formed. And simultaneously, this guy's a real guru. He really represents, if you're ready for that. You know, I might have to fight with you for a while. I keep saying, oh, I hate you. Go ahead, fight all you want. You know, I got cannons here. You got little squirt guns. We got cannons, man. We got the truth, is conclusive truth, the real form of Krishna, man. The real form of Radha. Don't we form her? The form Radha is this ecstatic love of God that you see on the mirrors of the devotees. Okay? And so when their vision clears, oh wow, this is it. Wow, you come here to deliver us. Yeah, that's our work. We're assembling our 300 army here. We get 300 people here that are on the same page and working together as a team. There would be no hope for the demons and the demigods. We just wipe them all out and have the new world order. Yes, ordered like this. Now, isn't this a win-win for everybody? Devotees, demigods, Krishna. New world order, man. It's ordered under Radha and Krishna worship. Ecstatic love of God, man. Nullifies all problems in this universe, man. People are free, set free in the truth. This is good for the demons, good for the demigods. Good. This is the highest truth, man. We're preaching it. Highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of everybody. I think everybody can understand these talks. I think it's pretty clear, huh? It gets more clear every day. Can you imagine a philosophy, a system that's good for everybody? Well, the Lord has already got it, and we're just here to manifest it. It's always been here. The Vedas have always been here. The conclusive understanding of the Vedas has always been here. It just needs to be uncovered by the living devotee to speak it. Okay? You guys are becoming good speakers too. As you understand these things, you become attentively listen, and you will repeat all these things. I'm just repeating what I heard from the study of the Vedas. And this stuff came from previous lives, obviously. There's no way you can come and do this, right? And you guys are becoming great speakers too. You're understanding these conclusions because you're listening attentively. It's highly purifying, highly enlightening. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to speak. Where'd that come from? Bonus. Bonus. Go ahead there.
Unbearably pressed in every vital point, the demon Putana began to cry, "Please leave me, suck my breast no longer." Spying, her eyes wide open, and her arms and legs flailing. I don't know what's flailing.
Flailing like all over the place.
Oh, yeah, yeah. She cried very loudly, again and again.
You can ask River how this feels when you get a chance. It feels like that, this poison's coming. It's horrible, isn't it? But once it's out, it's better. It's like, oh, more room for bhakti. See, Putana became she wasn't killed. Well, she was killed. What was killed, see, is not the body killing. It was what was killed was the poison. See, it was annihilated. And then she was filled with this loving, the real thing, not the hypocrisy. This is what you could be a guru like this. You could be, well, I'll act as a mother and a father for my disciples and everything. And you're poisoning. You can't give them the food they're looking for. Because if you come to Vaishnavism, a lot of people are actually coming to Krishna. But who's going to kill the Putana and their gurus? They're going to get life, but they're getting some poison in there. The guru is talking. This is a Prabhupada called professional Bhagavatam reciters. He said, watch out for that. Well, you think they're not in his group? They were in the Gaudiya Math. A lot of them were professional Bhagavatam reciters. How do you know that? Well, they appointed themselves acharya. See, they speculate. As soon as you speculate on what is Prabhupada never liked that. He didn't even take the job, to be an acharya like this. Yeah, my Guru never said. He waited it came under the inspiration and the will of Krishna for these things to do. See, as soon as you're inconclusive, you're going off on a dangerous path. And many did. And many died with a false ego. And this thing, people say, oh, all the God brothers were equal to Prabhupada. Oh, fools. You've got to prove that. That's why the Lord showed, hey, there is nobody like Prabhupada. There is nobody like Bhaktisiddhanta. You notice? Bhaktisiddhanta and Prabhupada were extraordinary. Bhaktivinoda was extraordinary. That's how you know. If Gaur Hari Das isn't coming to doing extraordinary things here, he's not an acharya. Prabhupada used that. He said there's gurus. Guru, you can be somewhat of a guide, maybe, sort of. But then there's the acharya. That's what you need is an acharya, not just like a way shower only. You need an acharya, man. And what is the sign of acharya? They do something extraordinary. And the world will see that what we're doing here is extraordinary. It's already extraordinary. Look at how many people got love of God already. And we just started. See? Prabhupada said the mark of an acharya is they do an extraordinary contribution to the disciplic line. Isn't this an extraordinary contribution to the disciplic line to awaken spontaneous devotional service? And that just means that's the order was really true. I'm just acting under orders. I'm just acting under confirmation from Prabhupada and Krishna. This is extraordinary. It's an extraordinary privilege for me to be here. And it's an extraordinary privilege for you to be here and to be part of this. And you will all see, I will see, you will all see too, how extraordinary what is going on here. And the world will see that the Lord wants to see. Yes? Does this make sense to anybody? Or am I just speculating? No, extraordinary. It's extraordinary to see ecstatic love waking. What gurus can prove that they're an acharya now? Where's ecstatic love awakened? How about in the Ramraj group? Does ecstatic love awaken? To me, that would be extraordinary. Not just maintaining and not just helping a little bit, but an extraordinary contribution to the disciplic line would be to awaken ecstatic devotion, wouldn't it? Wasn't that Jesus extraordinary? He awoken the Holy Spirit, 11 people. Look how many the Holy Spirit of Krishna and Radha are waking in the Vaishnavas here. See, that's an extraordinary contribution. Yeah, I'm just saying that. And if anybody asks, why should he have the name Acharya? Why does he have to be an Acharya? I have people maybe saying that now. Well, why is Guru Hari not satisfied just being a guru? I'm already satisfied. I'm satisfied chanting the holy name with this ecstatic relish, man. That's full satisfaction. That's why I got this job. Only because of that. After years of doing it, Prabhupada said, okay, you share this with others. Until you taste the holy name like that, you got no business being a spiritual master, alluding that you can take people to Vrindavan. There's common sense now. I mean, it's hard to have this sense unless you have transcendental awakened senses. It's hard to have this logic unless the Lord is he's in you, man. Right? You're in him so much that he's into you. You're into him so much that he's into you. And then you get into others, or he gets into others through you. It's a simple thing, truth, man. Lord Chaitanya said, oh, you come see me every year. You love me. You have love for me. Oh, I got no money to give you. Therefore, I give you my transcendental body. You can sell it to anyone. You can bring it, put it into anybody. That's what's going on here. See, but the thing is, we're putting it into everybody here, but stuff is coming out. That's a little bit of the hard part for a while. You're just arms are flailing a little bit like, leave me, get out. What is that going on here? Well, it's just got to try and make it as clear. It's just like, when you're driving down in the road, and they're doing construction, right? You see the big signs coming up, expect delays, expect delays. We're working. Same thing here. Expect a little bit of a delay. We're working. Construction is going on here. We're constructing a residence for Radha and Krishna in your hearts. We're building temple work here. So there's going to be expect a little bit of a delay. So where did Krishna go? That's part of the process of construction. You got to get rid of the excess lumber, the stuff that doesn't work anymore. You ever see people building, the way Krishna's working here, it's like a remodel job. because we're already there, but we're old construction. Maya's constructed us. So Krishna's coming along to us. He says, well, hey man, I'm going to do a remodel. Then I don't start fresh with a new body. Let's remodel this. Let's not, wait for the body to be destroyed and who knows how many like that. No, no, no. I got my carpenters here. Carpenter. Oh, wow. Isn't that funny? Carpenter. He likes to work through carpenters. I didn't know we're all carpenters here. The Lord likes to work through carpenters. Isn't that interesting? So we're doing a remodel here. Anybody want to be a remodel, man? Wait till you see what comes about. What kind of palace our Lord will build here. Out of jalopies, out of they're like these old houses, they're just broken down houses. So basically what does Maya do? She breaks down your house, doesn't she? This body is our house, man. What do you think? A house is this stuff out here? No, this is the house. And it's all broken down because she just breaks everything, right? Like now, the demons are out breaking everything, right? Break the society down, man. Stop those ships from coming in and deliver food. They're stopping it, right? Just create havoc and everything. That's what Maya's done to our bodies and our emotions and our minds. The house meant to be the house of God. See, so we're in a remodel job. You guys are remodels. You there, Radha, you're the Lord's working on you. He's remodeling. So expect some delays. But delays is construction. You got to take some in a remodel. You got to take some old boards out. Throw them out, and then he puts a new board there. See, it takes a little time. Be patient, everybody. Be patient, Radha, Tom. You got the goal sitting in your face. The goal is Lolita and Johan and River. Guys, they're just going through it. Look at that. God has chosen them. He's married those persons. You can see the symptoms of their marriage. Their ring. What is their ring? Is this ecstatic devotion, man? That's their ring. They show. Look at that. Look at that diamond, man. The ring of bhakti is around, man. You want that kind of marriage there, Randy? You want a ring like that, a ring of devotion, of pure love? She's thinking about it. Maybe. Go ahead there, Tom. Read some more.
Yeah, and I want to say I don't really feel impatient, but I feel greedy and enthusiastic sometimes. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't feel that it's impatient. Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing, when I listen to you and and this text 11, it feels we were reading text 11. It feels like Putana she had a panic attack,
It happens too.
and this is also part of the transformation and the purification. For me, I can remember this text 11. It's the panic attack.
Yeah. Like Freddie says, the fire of purification here makes some leaving. And that's basically it. They leave. They don't know. They just haven't identified that anartas, those demoniac energies. One is selfishness. All these are the human condition. Selfishness, wanting to be independent, um, um, wanting to be important, self-importance, all these things, wanting to be big, wanting to be a teacher, a big teacher, different things, name and fame, want acknowledgement. See, these are old boards. Okay? So we're ripping these boards out just by being here. And some people, it's like, oh man, I don't know, this is a bit hot, man. I want to go. Then they go out. Okay, you know, people, do what they do. And handle what they can handle.
Yeah. Like one devotee said, it's worth it, this purification.
Yeah, it's worth it. Look, well, you guys are not only saying it but showing it. See, that's a picture is worth 1,000 words, and the words are good too here because you show it, you show what you've been through, and you show the result of being a remodel job and a good job God is doing, and then you actually make your witness testimony. And people see, wow, the Lord has done a good remodel on that. Yeah, yeah. And you say, yeah, yeah, come into the shop. Come into the wood shop, the workshop. I hate my job. Really? I thought you liked it being a postman. Yeah, go ahead, John.
I continue.
Yeah,
Text 12.
yeah.
So we had this panic attack text. She cried very loudly again and again. Text 12. As Putana screamed loudly and forcefully, the earth with its mountains and outer space with its planets trembled. The lower planets and all directions vibrated, and people fell down, fearing that thunderbolts were falling upon them. In this way, the demon Putana, very much aggrieved because her breast was being attacked by Krishna, lost her life. O
Yeah,
King
this
Parikshit.
is a very interesting principle here. This is like, so Mother Yashoda has her breast sucked by Krishna, right? And Putana has her breast sucked by Krishna. What is the difference? See, Mother Yashoda is very pleasurable because she's purified. She has awakened love, so that's very. But when Krishna's sucking it and you're poisoned, it's like hellfire. It's but he's sucking it, you see, and he's purifying you. This way, you got to learn this alchemy happens like this. And once the poison's out, then it's like you're like Mother Yashoda, man. It's like, wow, it's nice to be close to Krishna, to be intimate with Krishna. See, so because you come here, this is intimacy with Krishna being, but sometimes it's so intense, like, leave me, I gotta get out of here, because you're getting purified. It's like Krishna jumped into the Kalya river, or was Yamuna, and Kalya was in there, so he comes in and he comes out. See? So devotees have to be mature enough to go through this. That's why this is exactly why Prabhupada didn't teach this and do this, and Bhakti Siddhanta also. Who's ready for this? Well, obviously now some are, because you're coming and you're getting through it. Many are getting through this. Okay? That's the witness, bro. That's the showing people you're going through this process of the remodel, the spiritual remodel, and they're saying, boy, it looks great, man. People, you look at like Lalita, you look at her house. Looks nice, doesn't it? Boy, I like that house, man. Yeah, I like the furniture in there. Furniture's nice, furniture's all this, what's inside's coming out, this love for God. See, that's the furniture. It's like really nice, expensive furniture, man. So Lalita, I think I need to refresh. Let me see if I can refresh you here. Okay, I'll get you up here again. work? Okay, maybe it'll just come back by itself. Okay, I'm just going to hang with this on this one here.
Everything looks all right from here.
Okay, it looks all right from there, but I can
Yes.
see.
And again, sometimes your picture is frozen.
Yeah, yeah. So Lalita is good now too. Anyway, it's just
Yeah.
how it is. It just takes a lot of juice on these things.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, go ahead there. Read some more.
Okay. So in this way, the demon Putana, very much aggrieved because her breast was being attacked by Krishna, lost her life. O King Parikshit, opening her mouth wide and spreading her arms, legs, and hair, she fell down in the pasturing ground in her original form as a Rakshasi, as Vritrasura had fallen when killed by the thunderbolt of Indra. O King Parikshit, when the gigantic body of Putana fell to the ground, it smashed all the trees with a limit of 12 miles, within a limit of 12 miles. Appearing in a gigantic body, she was certainly extraordinary. The Rakshasi's mouth was full of teeth, each resembling the front of a pillow, of a plow. So the Rakshasi's mouth was full of teeth, each resembling the front of a plow. Her nostrils were deep, like mountain caves, and her breasts resembled big slabs of stone fallen from a hill. Her scattered hair was the color of copper. The sockets of her eyes appeared like deep, blind wells. Her fearful thighs resembled the banks of a river. Her arms, legs, and feet seemed like big bridges, and her abdomen appeared like a dried up lake. The hearts,
Yeah.
ears,
You
and
know what?
head.
I think I'm gonna. I think I need to stop here. I
Okay.
have to do a few things. So anyway, this was great. You know, it was a nice little. Do you guys feel like you can do this forever? I feel like this is like, man, just
Yeah.
rest up a little bit and be back for more. Man. Just more. Just this is what you know that you get. This is it, man. You know, this is Hari Katha is the most attractive thing. Chanting the names and talking about Krishna is the most attractive thing in this universe, really. And we're learning that. We're showing that. I mean, I don't feel like I just walk around, you know, get some food, eat, you know,
Can you hear?
nothing of interest. Yeah, yeah. This to me is the life. Thank you, Lord, for the remodel, and He's still in progress. Isn't that nice, Roddy? The Lord's still working on us.
I want to speak, but
Go ahead, speak. Say, let's hear a few words here. I'm
you
here.
cannot hear
Listen.
me. I have, like,
Yeah, we
what?
hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead, share. Give us a word, a few words.
Really?
Any word.
Ah,
Yeah, go
the
for it.
it's the first time in 5 days that I listen to you. Whoa, because I was working so hard and long hours, and now just listening to you makes my day.
Oh, that's great. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to listen, love to listen to you, and I had a nice chat with my husband today about work and spiritual life, and some things are going to change. I have to change because work is too heavy now. No,
Yeah, can they give you like some shorter hours?
no, no,
No.
no.
Boy, they're
And
working
I have
people
to
to
drive this
death.
electrical bike who is weighing 3 times more than I am weighing, and it's I was falling off like 10 times this week. It's no, it's too much. It's too much. I'm too old for this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah. So finally, I could listen to you today, and yeah, that was inspiring.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
see
Just let
Lalita, I
the
see Tom, I see Yamuna, and they are also much bigger and more advanced than me, and yeah,
yeah,
so I try to follow.
yeah.
I love to
That's
listen to
good.
you all, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
let
now I'm so
Francis earn the
tired.
bread.
I'm so tired. Normally I had to go to my drum class tonight, but I was too tired to go.
Wow. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Are you gonna get a new job, like a easier one?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see next few days.
Portal.
I sent my doctor a mail, so next week I don't go to work. It's too heavy. So she
Good.
has
You have more
to give
time
me
for
a
it.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, it's too heavy. And then we'll see. I'm just a number at work.
yeah, yeah.
They say, wait till a few weeks. You have to adjust, and you have to. Everything is going to be okay, but it's not okay. This week there were 7 people, new people started at work, and already 4 people quit.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, you know, they start one day and they quit already. So now it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, let Francis earn the bread for a while.
yeah, yeah. Now he's sleeping. You know, yeah, he's working hard also. Yeah, I love him. He's my Buster Keaton.
Well, good. I'm glad you're coming now. We'll probably come more. All right, good,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody. I'll see you.
Thank you, Gurudev. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so goodbye, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Yes. I thought Karuna was liking this. What happened to him? Is he being an idiot again, or what?
Zullen we eindelijk aan de fuck?
Oh, he's taking it. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Hare Krishna.